Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Strv 103B. It's the tier 10 Swedish tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town, and this one is under the command of marke12, and he only played it a very short while ago because there's somebody rather special in his team. It's Skill for LTU. Yes, he's one of the players in this battle. I wouldn't be surprised if he was streaming at the time when this happened. We'll have to find that out later on. Now, he's not showing up at the moment. Oh yes, there he is. He's in the TNH TViz 51. There he is, Skill L4TU. He doesn't anonymize, unlike Quickie Baby, who obviously tries to avoid being spotted by the enemy team and focused. Skill doesn't worry about that. Anyway, you can see that Marke's decided to go up the hill. There's a convoy up there, and well, he might be able to get some damage on the enemy from the elevated area and right into the centre of town as well. It's got a 105mm gun, which is capable of 390 alpha, and his reload time, according to this, is 5.09 seconds, but its actual one, book one, is 6.71. He's gone to the aim straight away, but he's looking towards the west side of the map, and I'm afraid nobody appears to have actually gone over to that side. So he's spotting for himself at the moment. That, and well, he's got the convoy next to him. See, we seem to be a bit top heavy on tanks in the town and ones that have gone down the east side of the map, but nobody on the west side. There's some serious action going on in town at the moment. You know, Marke might decide that the best thing he can do under the circumstances is fire into the town, because there's a tank in sight at the moment. It's an Object 705. Well, the convoy's hitting him. We've now gone to the bush mechanic. First shot doesn't pen. That one did, and it's a low roll, but only just. And he's got another one, and the 705 just gets killed by the 50 TP. Now, I do suspect that the enemy will be coming up the west side. It's very rare for anyone not to come up that side of the map. When they suddenly realise there's nobody defending this side, they'll probably decide to push forward as far as they can. It also might actually help them to get some shots on our guys in the town. And when our guys in the town suddenly realise they're taking shots in their flank, they might realise the mistake they made by not going up there to stop the enemy. Well, we're 3 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. Now, apparently, Skill has actually got a kill. Conway's decided to move over, so he's going to be in the open. But at least he might get a chance to see the enemy before they get hit badly. Okay, Conway's decided to go down the west side, and that might be helpful. Of course, the fire rate on this tank is actually quite fast, considering the caliber of gun. Okay, I think he might use those bushes.
Moving to support your position.
Okay, is he going to cut the corner? Yep, he is. I think the convoy was pleased that Marke was going to come down and help him, because Going down there on his own would allow them to get spots, but it would make the Conray very vulnerable. He doesn't have the thickest of armour. Neither, for that matter, does the Strv 103B, but it's very well angled armour. It's only 40mm on the front on the hull, 30 on the sides and rear, but it is driven by a gas turbine. And I recently heard that apparently the Chieftain said that this was the tank that made him grin the most when he was playing it, well, driving it for real. He went to Aslains, the Swedish Tank Museum, and he got to play around in the Strv 103B. I mean, this tank is really designed for short crew working, and it's so unlike any other vehicle you might find in the game. Well, he didn't get spotted there, but there is an enemy up there. It's a Superconch, and he's just fired at the Conway. Unfortunately, our first shot doesn't pen, but we've got an AMX-50B, and he's going to be next. Yep, he gets a high roll, 442. The Superconch wants to get shots on the Conway, and I think this is where it gets fun, because yep, the enemy is going to be firing back, but he just couldn't get through the armour. Second shot will pen as well. It does. 554 from that one for damage assist. He got 386. The Superconch's gone. Our Conway did take a lot of damage during that phase of the battle, but that AMX-50B still up there, and I think he's about to complete his reload, which means he might be about to take action. So skill for LTU's got 2 kills at the moment. marke12's got 1. It looks like there are a number of enemy tanks in the rear, and he's been spotted again. I think that's the MX-50B. No, it's a K91 PT, even worse. And Arty's helping out. That's the Object 261. We took him around from the M454, who's over by the rear of the city. And I think that's what's persuaded Marke to go after this guy instead, because this guy's out in the open. First shot hits the obstacles and the terrain. Second one doesn't get anywhere, but he bounces around that came front back. That one didn't pen either. So he's not having a lot of luck with these shells. Okay, that's destroying scenery as well. Now the K91's decided to come down. Oh, it's a standard B. And the Conway wasn't protecting him, and he's now taking lots of damage. Mostly from the standard B, who's pumped 4 rounds into him. It was 3 rounds, sorry. The standard B's taking hits from the enemy, from our Arty. And that's him out the game. But unfortunately, Marke's lost a lot of hit points. Hopefully the Conway will keep the K91 occupied whilst he deals with this M454, and he should be able to get the kill. He got a nice pen there. A high roll. That's a kill. So he's got 3 kills now. So now he's beating skill on kills in this game. Okay, he's going to try and get close to that AMX-50B without getting penetrated. It's not easy. Okay, he's in siege mode and he's pulling up, or is he in siege mode? Oh, lovely one there. The Object 261 gets the kill. That takes out of the equation the K91 PT and makes it much easier for him to get the kill on the AMX-50B. Just got to get up this rise. It's a very steep angle, but he doesn't want to get hold as he's going up. You see, they've tried to pen him. Yeah, he's trying to tempt that the AMX-50B rather to coming out. When he does, that's when the Conway, who's coming up behind him, will get a shot. Oh, and I noticed that marke12 thanked the Arty, the Object 261, for killing the K91. Well, that's nice of him. Often Arty doesn't get the thanks that we deserve when we take out an important enemy opponent, because it can change the course of the battle. We're only 3 up on the enemy at the moment, but I think he's going to try and sneak up and shoot between the gap, between the wall and the wreck of the K91. That's one. He'll only need one more to get the kill on the AMX50. And he does. So that's 4 kills now. He's got twice as many kills as skill, and there's only 4 enemies left. So he's still in the game, and it looks like skill is trying to go down the east side of the map near the chips. T57 Heavy coming up to help us. Unfortunately, the convoy got wiped out by the AMX50B before Marky could get a shot into him. He was a bit open. He's now wondering what now. Well, my feeling is that it's the gorilla and the enemy Strv that you've got to watch out for. I take out the gorilla from long range if I can. Yeah, there you go. Oh! Just missed him. Okay, now get this guy. Nice, he tracked him. 411. Unfortunately, he's burned his repair kit, but there's another kill. He's got 5 kills now, taking out the gorilla. That means now there's only 3 enemies left. The Strv 103. The EBR 105 and the GWE 100. There's the Strv. Oh, the Strv gets wiped out by the T57 Heavy. So I'd move up now and get that position on the enemy GW. Okay, go to siege. Nice. He puts one into the GW. This will probably be a bit kill spiel. And he got it! The T57 must have been in reload at the time, so he's got 6 kills now. Top Gun. He's saying GG, guys. There's only one enemy left, the EBR 105, who's right up the other end of the map, and he went to kill our Arty, and it looks like Skill for LTU forgot to protect them, and well, he managed to sneak through, probably through the bushes. At least our M53, M55 managed to get away, but I think the Object 261 on our team is toast. He is. And that means now it's up to Skill for LTU to kill that EBR as quickly as he can before he gets another kill and takes out our M53, M55. Marky's in the cap. He's capped out, and there's the win. So he's saved the M53, M55 from being wiped out. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game for marke12 in the Strv 103B. Yes, he actually did carry skill in this game. Well, sort of. He got an ace tanker, he got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 8. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills in the end. He ended up with very few hit points left indeed, but he managed to get 2 cracking shots to collect more hit points. He was lucky that he was allowed to get that GWE 100, because if the T57 Heavy had been loaded, I'm pretty sure he would have taken that that kill. Obviously, the moment that Marky actually put 1 round into him, I felt sure that somebody would sneak in a kill shot quickly to snatch it away from him. But no, they were nice. They let him get the top gun. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game was marke12 with 5,338. The second highest damage in the game was the T57 Heavy with 5,107 hit points. And the third highest damage in the game was the enemy Gorilla with 4,143. We can see that Skill for LTU actually came in with 3,080 hit points of damage, which puts him behind 4 members of the enemy team and 2 on his own team, which means he's actually in was that 4th? No, let's have a look. 7th place. 7th place? Yes, it is 7th place. Yes, so 7th place for skill, 1st place for Marky. He also got the highest number of kills. He got 6. 3 kills went to the Gorilla 15. 2 kills went to the T57 Heavy and to skill in his TNH T-Viz 51, as also did the 50 TP. When it came to base XP, though, it was Marky again, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,321 to him, 1,104 went to the T57 Heavy, 971 went to skill for LTU in his TNH T-Viz 51. Marky fired 24 rounds in that game, got 19 direct hits and 16 penetrations. Damage of 5,338 hit points, of which 4,064 were at more than 300 meters. 8 hits received from the enemy, 4 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. Yeah, unfortunately took a lot of damage from that standard B who came up behind him, and whilst he was aiming at the M454, the standard B was pumping rounds into his rear. I'm afraid it was a case of if he turns one way, he gets hit by the M454. If he turns the other way, he gets hit by the standard B. So, yes, he was going to take damage. Plus, of course, that guy having an auto reloader means he had the ability to pump out 4 shots very quickly, and he made them count. 1,200 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 2,446 hit points of damage assistance. If he got all of those kills, all the tanks that he actually hit, he would have actually carried the whole team, because then he would have had more kills than everyone in the team combined. As it was, he got 6 of them, so at least he did more than his part. He got more than 1/3 of the enemy team, in fact 2/5 of the enemy team in the process. 19 capture points right at the end as well to cap out. He wasn't the only one capping, there was another teammate, but it was important to actually ensure that the enemy didn't get that last kill on the M53, M55 and pick up a Pascucci's. And if Skill had been able to, I'm sure he probably would have taken out the EBR 105, but it was just being very difficult to kill. 47,546 credits. After repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, he took away a profit of 20,594 credits. If he'd been a free-to-play account, he would have made a small loss. 1,321 XP, 1,982 from personal reserves, 7,928 from personal missions payout, and 11,892 credits altogether. It's not often that you beat one of the long-time streamers like Skill for LTU, but you do get occasionally a good player who really does carry the day and shows Skill how it's done. Now, I wouldn't say that I could do that because I'm nowhere near as good as these guys, but it is still funny when we get one of our guys get the better of someone like Skill. Skill wasn't on the enemy team, so yeah, it wasn't the case that he was the target, but yeah, I've played with other well-known players, you know, certain crybabies. But yes, he never knew that I was actually playing on the same team. If he had, he probably would have tried to team kill me. More than likely, because he probably knows that I'm an Arty player. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And please do let other people know that we've not only got this channel, we've also got a second channel called The General, where you can watch great replays without any commentary whatsoever to annoy you. Thanks for watching.